Hi everyone, this is me Elma. Welcome back to CSA Kids. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Welcome to week 4 of Fast Forward. This week we're going to be learning about David, but before we begin, I have an icebreaker question for you. And that is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? So I would go to Ecuador. I've always wanted to go. I actually took Spanish for 10 years, from 7th grade until the senior year of college, and Ecuador is one of those countries that I've always wanted to go, practice my Spanish. It's beautiful, I've heard. I've seen pictures of the mountains. They also have the Galapagos Islands, full of so many animals and just so much natural beauty. So that's somewhere that I've always wanted to go. I would also really like to go to Europe. I've only been to Germany and the Netherlands, but I would love to go to Italy or Spain. But yeah, basically anywhere. So where would you guys want to travel if you could go anywhere? So like I mentioned, we're going to be learning about David today, and our story comes from 1 Samuel chapter 17 and 24, 2 Samuel chapter 6 and 9, and then Psalm 32. So all of his life, God had given David lots of hope, and he did his very best to love and obey God. When David was a little boy, his dad had asked him to take some food to his brothers, and he obeyed. So God promised David that one day he would become king. But there was a man named King Saul, and he was not happy about God's promise to David. He even tried to hurt David so that David could never become king. So David had to run away and hide. But one time when David was in hiding, he had the chance to hurt King Saul. But David knew that God does not want us to hurt one another. So David obeyed and let King Saul go. David remembered how God had always taken care of him and kept his promises, so he waited for God to make him the king. And guess what? David did become king. So when he did become king, he kept obeying God and worshiping him by being a good friend and helping everyone who lived in the kingdom. David loved God and did his very best to obey. But David wasn't perfect. One time he did something that he should not have done. Can you say, oh no? David was really sad after he disobeyed God, but God gave David hope again when he asked God to forgive him. And just like David, God gives us hope. You know, we're not always perfect and we're humans and we make mistakes, but if you try your very best to follow God's commandments and do what's right, God's going to give you hope. So that's what we can learn from David's story. So our memory verse for this week comes from the book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 114, and it says, "You are my refuge and my shield. I have put my hope in your word." So just like David, remember that God is our hope and our refuge and our shield as we go forth in this world. He's always there for us and we can always lean on to him for support. I wish you guys the most blessed, wonderful week possible. I hope you are taking care of yourselves and are well and happy, and I can't wait until I get to see you guys again. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next time.